right, so I'm going to work through this problem, number 12. I'll do that one first. So 2x minus 4y plus z equals 10, and x plus 2y, oops, I'm not very good at this pen, minus z equals 1, and negative x minus 3y plus 2z equals 0. So when you have three equations and three variables, your goal is to get it down to two equations and two variables. So you want to eliminate either the x's, the y's, or the z's. It doesn't make a difference which one you do, but you're going to pick one. So I don't know, I guess I'm going to get rid of the x's first. So I'm going to look at this equation 1 and this equation 2, and I'm going to add those two equations in order to get rid of one of the variables. So the x's will cross out. I have a positive 2y minus a 3y, so this will be a minus y, and I'll have plus z equals 1. So now I have one equation and one variable. Well, now I have to pick two other equations and also get rid of the x. And it doesn't matter now if I pick equation 3 and 1 or 3 and 2, I just have to pick two other equations. So I don't know, I'm just going to arbitrarily pick those two. It may have been easier if I picked 3 and 2, then I don't even have to change the sign. So let's do those two instead. So all I really have to do is multiply this equation 2 by 2. So I get a negative 2x minus 6y plus 4z equals 0. And I'm going to add to that this first equation, which I don't have to change. And so now if I add these two equations together, now my x's will cross out, which is exactly what I need to have happen. I'm going to have a negative 10y plus 5z equals 10. Now I have two equations and two variables. So now I want to add these two equations. And again, I can eliminate the y's or the z's. It doesn't really matter. I think in this case, I'm going to eliminate the z's. So I'm going to multiply this equation here by a minus 5. That way it'll give me a minus 5z, and this is a positive 5z, so they'll cancel out. So this will be a positive 5y minus 5z equals negative 5. I'm going to add these two equations then. Let me just put this equation right here, plus 5z equals 10. When I add these two equations, now the z's cancel out, and I have 5y equals 5. So I end up with y equaling 1. So now I have one of my variables. Well, I can either go back to this equation or this equation and substitute 1 back in, and then I could solve for z. It would be much easier for me to go to this equation here because it's simpler. So I have y is 1, so if I substitute 1 in here, I'm going to get negative 1 plus z equals 1. If I add 1 to both sides, I'm going to get z equals 2. So now I have y and z, and I just need x. So I'm going to go back to my original equations. I'm going to pick the easiest one, which looks like this middle equation, and I'm going to substitute both 1 and 2 into this equation, and I can solve for x. So I don't know what x is, but I have plus 2 times y. Well, y is 1, so that'll just be 2. Minus z, well, z is 2, so that'll be 2 equals 1. Well, these cancel out, so now I know that x is 1. So now I know my x is 1, my y is 1, and my z is 2. So you can see that it really just helps to be very clear and very methodical in your thinking. You first want to eliminate one variable and end up with two equations, and then kind of work your way through until you have all three variables. Hope this helps. Let me know if you need anything else.